Hey y'all, hey. So listen, come on y'all. Let's talk about it. Are your hips giving you a hard time? Listen, I know some of us are hippie. Some of us carry a lot of weight in our hips, but are you carrying a lot of mental weight in your hips? Not regular weight, but mental weight. Are you somebody who holds on to family problems? Are you somebody who is hold on to disagreements and really not let them go? Are you someone who feels easily betrayed? Are you someone who feels underappreciated or poorly appreciated by others or yourself? Are you an angry person? Are you someone who always feels like you're being deceived? Are you someone who feels let down by yourself and others? Are you somebody who feels like you're always shot down by others? Are you somebody who feels alienated? Do you feel a lot of strain, a lot of pressure? Do you feel a lot of frustration? Are you somebody who is experiencing a lot of guilt? Are you someone who feels like you are lacking in the supports that you need? Are you someone who feels like you got to take on a lot of responsibilities? Are you someone who feels like you are poorly acknowledged by yourself and others? Are you someone who feels like people are always taking advantage of you? Are you someone who feels like you are always being manipulated? If this is you, let's talk about some things that you could do. Not dealing with medications. We're going to talk about a little bit of herbs. We're going to talk about some personal things that you could do. But let's first talk about this disclaimer. If you are under the services of any healthcare providers, any of them, make sure when we talk about these herbs, you consult with them. You talk to all your doctors, every doctor that you see. If you are taking any medications, you take whatever herbs that you would like to possibly add to your regimen, and you talk to the pharmacist about them. Why? Because the pharmacist is that person that will be able to tell you, is there any contraindications? Should you not have it? How much you can have it? Things of that nature. We are talking about a lot of holistic things. So if you're considering a holistic practitioner in your team of care practitioners, you want to look at your insurance and see if they're covered. But if not, understand that it is a potential out-of-pocket expense to you. Some of the things that we'll talk about, because we are talking about the body, which consists of what you feeling in these hips, and then what you may be feeling in your heart or your mind. And so you might want to consider getting a psychiatrist or a psychologist on your team if you don't already have them. Remember that the psychologist is your talk person. That person will talk you through some of the things, give you some additional tools that you can use to help you push through some of those things that are holding on in your heart and your mind and your body to help you push forward. Your psychologist will talk to you, but they're that person that may tell you, you know what, maybe you might need a little bit of medication to help you get past maybe some of the things that may be going on with you that are showing effects on your body. I don't want to just say the hips, just with any part of your body, because sometimes what's going on inside of us may be the exacerbation of some illnesses or some conditions that we may be having. And then finally, listen to the herbs. I think I covered them all. Listen to the herbs and see what you like. But first, we're going to start with some things that you can try to do on your own. So if you are having them hips feeling heavy, they got a lot of issues with them. And I mean, when I talk about this, I mean any conditions with your hips. Any conditions with your hips. So journaling is always the best thing. So if any of those issues that I talked about, if you can start to journal them out on a regular basis, consistently, try every day for an extended amount of time, and journal out what are those thoughts. If you have any of those thoughts, any of those feelings, journal them out. Ask yourself why. Go back into what is the why that you may be feeling like you got some betrayal. You got some feelings of feeling no support. You got some feelings of why you take on so much responsibility. Ask yourself why and sit in it. Ask those questions. Ask the why, sit in it, and journal it out. Ask yourself, what are you holding on to? What are you taking up so much responsibility for? Why are you taking up so much responsibility? What triggered you to feel like that you needed to do those things? So ask yourself the who, the what, the when, the why. and the where did it come from? Where did me feeling like I got to be the most responsible person and take it all on my own? And then, you know, sit with yourself and get, it's gonna get ugly, and journal it out. Have you done a lot of movement of your hips? Dancing, you know, massage, you know, going from side to side, opening up your hips, getting down on the floor, doing exercises that may open up your hips, doing different motions that open up your hips. You may find that you're holding a lot of energy down in your hips, and it may be the cause of some of the things that you're holding on to. I talked about massaging, so if you can't get down on your hips, start to massage your hips in circular motions. Get some circulation going in those hips. Maybe you might find that that's just what it is. Us that sit down a lot, you know, are we getting up and we're moving our hips and finding that it moves some of that energy? If you're somebody who has some issues, some hip issues, and it's moving some energy that you were unaware that may be there. Ask your body to release whatever's going on with you. Talk to yourself, talk to your hips, get in the mirror, move those hips, talk to yourself, talk out the why what's going on, why are my hips feeling the way that they're feeling, why is whatever condition that I'm having exacerbating, and how can it be healed? Affirm. You want whatever's going on to be healed and removed from you. This should be an everyday practice. Get up in the morning and say it. Throughout the day, say it. Before you close your eyes, make sure that you say it. I think I talked about movement, but think about belly dancing. Think about hip abductors. Again, things that open up your hips. Of course, naturally, if there are conditions that are there, make sure that you're doing all of those things, because you may be somebody that has to go to physical therapy. You may be somebody who has to go to those stretch places to allow them to stretch you out to get some of those things that are going on with your hips improved. And there might be some other conditions that are going on that may be exacerbating why your hips are hurting. So try to look at getting those things fixed. If it's weight, work on your weight. If it's other conditions, see what you could do to heal those conditions, because it might be something that you have to do simultaneously while still working to get through those mental things that are going on, that again, that you are wearing on your hips. So now let's talk about it. My favorite part, the herbs. So these herbs, you've heard them before, so we're gonna breeze right on through them. Let's talk about it. So think about considering having turmeric as part of your regular regimen. Why? Because it's going to help with any joint pain, and it's going to decrease any inflammation that you're having. Think about considering ginger. Ginger is going to help to improve circulation. And when you improve circulation overall, it's going to improve everything about your body, and it is also going to decrease inflammation. Think about baswale or Indian frankincense, one and the same. It's going to help to decrease any joint stiffness that you may have, improving your mobility. Ashwagandha, it is going to help to strengthen your bones and muscles, and also just to decrease stress. Anytime we have a heightening of stress, we're going to have a tightening of muscles, inflammation, and all of those things. Devil's Claw is the next one. It is going to decrease any joint pain that you may be having. Overall, this decrease pain, and it also will help to improve your mobility. Nettle leaf, it is going to help to support your bones and also your connective tissues. So surrounding your hips is connective tissues. That may be what the issue is. Horsetail, it is going to help to strengthen your bones, and also strengthen connective tissues. Willow bark, it is what aspirin is made out of. So it is going to help to decrease any pain by way of decreasing any inflammation. Alfalfa. So this is a nutrient dense herb, and it helps to boost any minerals and vitamins that you may need for your bones. And then finally we have burdock root. So burdock root is a detoxifier, and it is going to help to decrease any inflammation that you may be having in your body. So again, if you're under the services of any healthcare providers, talk to them before you add anything. And I hope this helps. Get those hips together.